Good morning, y'all. Stony here. Excuse me. Stony here with the Homestead. Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. If you're not a follower or subscriber, please subscribe. Uh, we don't do a whole lot of videos. We're not really a how-to channel. We'll just bring you along on our journey, but we'd like to have you, so subscribe and follow along. What I want to talk to you today about is homesteading is not easy. That's the short version of this video. Homesteading is not easy. You look outside, everything's frozen. We got snow, then we got freezing temps, snow, freezing temps, snow, freezing temps. You know, if we're lucky enough to break above 32 degrees, then we get a little melt at the top in the soft snow, and then overnight it freezes down again. It's a mess. But specifically, I want to talk about in the wintertime. You still have your have-tos. I'm talking to folks that are thinking about, homesteading, self-sufficiency, going off-grid. You need to know that homesteading is not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. I've had to explain this to troops for years and years and years, and I've told my kids many times over the decades, simple does not mean easy. Easy is the quick fix, and then you end up having to fix it again later. Simple means do what has to be done in the most expedient, efficient way possible so that you don't have to do it again. But there are certain things in the lifestyle that are have-tos, regardless. We got this outside here, absolute mess. Obviously, we're not in the gardens. Done messing with fruit trees for the year. The hens aren't laying because I kept the system simple, and the weather isn't conducive for them to be laying because I'm not going to force them by creating an artificial environment. But I still have to go out and feed every day. So I slog from the house out to the barn twice a day, every day. Doesn't matter if you like it or not. All of the animals have to be fed. Hay's got to be tossed, grain's got to be put out, waters have to be filled up, broken free of ice. Any snow or ice related hazards have to be removed so the animals don't get injured or buildings don't get damaged. These are have-tos. And it doesn't matter if you like it or not. They're have-tos. You have to take care of these animals if you want them to take care of you. A lot of people don't think about that. There's a lot of channels on YouTube and throughout social media networks about homesteading, and they show you all of the touchy-feely happy things. And it's fine, but it doesn't translate into real life a lot. You have to know that there's going to be failures too. Another example of simple but not easy is, and this goes even into the urban flow of society lifestyle, when you own a place, whether it's a condo or a house or property or a big operation with barns and outbuildings, You know, we've got half a dozen outbuildings with wells and septics, and you know, anything in there that involves ownership, you're responsible for. Part of your ceiling has a drip, and it's from ice damming. Well, I don't know about you, but I am not getting up on the roof this time of year. But it's still my responsibility. So one of two things needs to happen. Either one, I need to figure out how to not only mitigate any damage, I have to figure out how to repair it, and then I have to buy the material to repair it, or I have to go find an expert and get them to do it and spend a whole lot of money. People won't tell you about that kind of thing when you go out and you buy your first place. You're responsible for it. Bottom line, period. Whether it's your time, effort, knowledge, or money, you're responsible to make sure that gets taken care of. You don't get to sit around and whine about, oh my gosh, go back to my example, the ceiling has a leak. Guess what? You're responsible for that. If you bought that place, that's your problem. And you have to be able to understand how things are put together and work. Even if you're not the one doing the work, if you're going to spend the money, you still need to understand how it works. In my example of a ceiling leak, you have trusses up there. How long's it been leaking? Are those trusses weakened? Will they dry rot when summer comes back around and everything dries out? Is there actual roof damage? The subroofing, the ceiling material, whether it's tar paper or what, the actual roof covering itself, tin, shingle, whatever. Then you got your insulation in there. How long's that been sponging up water that's coming through the roof and holding on to it before it leaked through the ceiling? And then you have any wiring that's running through there. Do you know where your wiring runs? Are you capable of dealing with that? If you understand how everything is put together first, mitigation and or repair is simple. It's not easy. And if you're not doing it yourself, it ain't cheap. Why am I putting this out there when we want to encourage people to be self-sufficient, be more self-responsible, possibly homestead? Because you need to know this before you jump in and start. There are have-tos. And the bottom line is, if it's your little piece of the pie that you've jumped into to do this, pursue this lifestyle, you are responsible for it. So just remember, there are have-tos. It doesn't matter if it is 13 degrees outside, which actually right now isn't bad. It's better than we had last week. But there are have-tos. Year-round, every day, there are have-tos. You know, I can go on and on and on about all the have-tos, but they're out there. Just know that. So be prepared for those things. If you're going to jump into homesteading or farming or, you know, even large-scale gardening to provide for your family without going to the grocery store, there are have-tos. Homesteading is a lifestyle. It's not a hobby. It is a lifestyle. That means that you're living it. And I don't know about you, but I live every day. So just be aware that there's have-tos. So don't be surprised when things get a little difficult. But keep it simple. If you keep it simple enough, it'll lead into easy. But simple isn't easy. All right? Anyway, I hope this gives you something to think about. help you manage your planning. And we will see you again soon. Please like, subscribe, share. If you're inclined to, at least subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. It's my only motivation to make these videos because I'm not monetized. I don't really care if I ever get monetized. But you guys are my motivation to keep doing this. So I will talk to you soon. And just have a good day and be good to each other, please. All right. We'll see you guys next time.